There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.
CBeebies Bedtime Story.
Hi, I'm St. Vincent, but my real name is Annie, and I'm a musician. I love writing songs because it gives me a chance to really think about the world around me. And it also means that I get to share my thoughts and my feelings in the songs that I write. We all see things a little differently, and sharing how we see the world is how we make paintings and drawings and songs. It's how we create art. So tonight's story is about a curious little child who sees things differently too. It's called Henri and the Machine, and it's written by Isabelle Marinov, with illustrations by Olga Shtonda. Everyone seemed happy, except for Henri. He didn't want to go to an art gallery. He wanted to go to the beach instead, to collect seashells and to swim in the ocean. Henri looked around. There were lots of paintings on the gallery walls. A painting of a woman whose eyes were in the wrong place. Henri knew one thing for sure. Both eyes had to be above the nose. A painting of melting watches. Watches didn't melt. They broke, they got lost, they stopped, but they did not melt. A painting of 32 soup cans. Who knew there were so many types of soup? Chicken noodle, oyster stew, pepper pot, cream of celery?
Wow.
No soup in the world deserves a painting, Henri declared. But spaghetti and meatballs would, and maybe fish fingers. But then Henri saw a painting that he liked. It was all blue, the bluest of the blue. Blue was Henri's favorite color. It reminded him of the ocean, of blueberries and summer skies, blue jays and butterflies. The next room was totally empty, except for a chair and a very complicated-looking machine. Is this a chair? What a strange question, Henri thought. Of course it is a chair, he said. What else could it be? Oh, I don't know. In art, things are never what they seem. I would not sit on it, Clara said. But Henri was tired and a little bit curious too. So he sat down. Bang! At that very moment, Henri knew that he had set something in motion, something he could no longer control. Wheels began turning, slowly at first. A tiny marble rolled down a track. Balloons inflated, then popped. Drums played and horns honked. Plates fell to the floor and smashed. Confetti rained from a trumpet. Rainbow-colored smoke oozed out of the machine and covered everything in a technicolor cloud. And then the machine fell apart. The wheels and the marbles, the drums and the horns, everything crashed to the ground. A long, lamenting sound signaled the end of it all. The museum guide came running in, and he stopped and looked. Henri's heart thumped in his chest. He closed his eyes and wished he could disappear forever into that blue painting. "Congratulations," the museum guide cheered. Finally, someone sat on that chair. The artist has been waiting for this moment for more than 30 years. Now Henri was even more confused. "I thought that art was something serious," he asked. "Well, art can be many things," the museum guide said. It can be playful, serious, happy, or sad. It could be something to look at, something to touch, or something to sit on. But all of this doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how art makes you feel. So that was the point of art, Henri thought. "How does the machine make you feel?" the museum guide asked. "Well, it makes me want to giggle," Henri said. And that's what everyone did. How did Henri's story make you feel? Henri didn't see the work of art like everyone else, and his curiosity created something special. If you see things differently too, then you should play your music loud, color outside the lines, and write the stories that you want to tell. Like Henri, never be afraid to ask, what happens if? I wonder what happens if I put my teddy on this chair. Look at that! Teddy discovered something beautiful by doing things differently. So stay curious, and the world will be a more interesting place for it. Good night.
There are loads more bedtime stories on BBC iPlayer. Just search CBeebies Bedtime Stories.